It's only go a goal down, 30 minutes to go away from home. You managed to plot a 3-1 win. What kind of pleased you most about the way you stuck in there with that game?
Oh, there was a lot to be pleased about. I think the performance from start to finish was good. We limited them to very few opportunities, if any. It was a really good goal by Milanovic. And we created a lot of chances. And so we didn't stop when we went 1-0 down. We just kept on trying to play our football, play our game. And so that was the most pleasing. And then when we went 1-1, we pushed again and we wanted to make it 2-1. We went 2-1, we pushed again to make it 3-1. And we had chances even before that when it was 0-0 and 1-0 to them. So it was a pleasing performance from everyone. And we got what we deserved. And we deserved a lot more from a lot of games this season. So we're finally now getting the results that we deserve.
You mentioned the season, because I reckon some people a couple of weeks ago would have said they'd done their toast, they're probably going to finish bottom. Last couple of weeks you've managed to turn it around. What's kind of been the catalyst for that, do you feel?
Oh, look, with certain players are coming back in, that helps. Donachie hasn't played a lot of football at all for us, coming in. Now the 3 starts that he's had, we've won 2. So that gives, the rest of the team confidence. Daniel Pena, we knew it would take him a while to get to the level that we believe he can get to because of the long-term injury that he had. And now he's getting to the level. He was outstanding again today. And just, we had a lot of change. So certain players took a bit of time to gel. But, I think that the biggest thing is that, once you get that one win, then the belief starts to get there. And we should have won against Victory. We didn't, but they, again, didn't put their heads down. We should have got the result against Brisbane. But, again, the response was excellent against Perth. And again tonight. So we just want to build on that. We don't know where we're going to end up, but all we can do is try and win every game that we've got left, and we'll try and do that.
I think you touched on it during the week before the game, but how was it playing out there? This place can be a pretty intimidating place to come. And
yeah.
There's no one there.
Look, even for me, even like on the opposition, I'd rather see a full house or at least a lot of crowd. And I know the RBB. I saw the images. I didn't know when I got asked the question. I saw the images and I was upset because I'm going, I didn't see the fans do anything wrong. I don't know why it happened. I don't know the ins and outs of it all, but it's disappointing because, we're trying to grow the game. Different. I don't accept, when someone does the wrong thing, but a 14-year-old boy getting, pushed to the ground and stuff like that. It's unacceptable. So I'm glad the Wanderers as a club are sticking up for their fans. Us as a league should stick up for them. And we want crowds back because, as much as probably the best game I've been involved in, and it was probably my worst night as a coach, was the 5-4 loss against the Wanderers in the major semi-final. But that place was rocking. Never experienced an atmosphere like that. And I've played a lot of places. So, that's what we want. We want that back.
Is it a sort of a little bit bittersweet, this run or form that you've sort of found in this stretch, now that you're kind of on the home straight and just as you're getting the results going your
Look,
way?
we've had a lot of setbacks this season with a lot of injuries. So it's been difficult. Even when we've played well, we haven't got the results we wanted. So, yeah, we like to have been in a better position, of course, because we believe we can beat anyone. We believe that we can go anywhere and beat anyone. And we've felt like that for a long time. The results weren't there. But what I'm most pleased about, because it's easy to show character, it's easy to show, what your club stands for when you're winning. But when we're losing, I didn't see no one drop their head. I mean from top of the club to everyone working through the club, to our players. And so that's showing now. So, yes, we would rather be competing for a trophy at the end of the season. But we're building a base here and a foundation that I think will hold the club in good stead for years to come.
What are you trying to achieve then over this?
Try and win every game.
Especially with someone like Daniel Pena
Yeah.
and the touch that he showed tonight.
Yeah. Try and win every game. We believe we can win every game. We'll try and win every game. Now, I know that's hard, but that's what we can do. And keep trying to improve and work on our game, first of all, as a unit, as a collective, and then each individual has to do the same. So, don't forget, like tonight we didn't have Noel Botic, so we asked a lot of, Michael Roos to, to lead the line. I thought he led the line well. Yes, he would have liked to have scored a goal. Denzaki hadn't started a game for a few months. Grimaldi pulled up sore from the other night. But, the boys are still fighting and working their way through. And Donachie coming back helps as well. So there's a lot of positives out of it. But we want to try and climb as high up as possible.
It's a bit of a strange one, but for a club that moves around a fair bit where you're playing, and this is the first time you've won outside of Victoria, and I think it was 10 matches without a win in that tournament. What can you do with that as a group? You're on the road and finally picked up.
Oh, look, we've had a lot of travel, and we knew that that's the journey we were on. As a club, we would have liked to have been in Tarnita earlier, but there's been setbacks there, and it's not easy. I know it's our first away win from Victoria, but it's not easy that every week you're asking a player to either fly or drive more than an hour and a half. So that's hard, but the players never complain about it. So hopefully this helps us with the remaining away games that we can win them, and our home games we're excited that we're in Tarnit soon. So we should have 3 home games in Tarnit. That'll be good for us.
Do you have a good dentist you could recommend?
Yeah, the one that I went to in Spain years ago. I actually copped an elbow and my tooth crumbled in my mouth, so a little bit like Benny's. So his is a bit of a strange one. I don't want to say which AFL team he supports, coming from Adelaide, but I think a few of them have got missing teeth as well.
So is he all right? Did he find it?
He found it, but he can't put it back in. It's a chipped tooth, so it's half a tooth.
You mentioned Michael Roos leading the line. He looked like he was getting involved in a few battles with Marcelo, seemed to get under his skin a little bit as well. Was that something you guys spoke into going into the game, or was that just something that happened naturally?
That's just something that happens naturally with Michael. He wants to work, and he doesn't pull out of challenges, and we did. And as a collective, we did say that we have to be strong. We knew that the Wanderers will come out after their loss against Sydney FC, that they were going to make sure that they tried to, win that battle, but we didn't want to let them win that battle. That was the first thing that we spoke about, and sticking together. So as a collective, I think they did that well.
You mentioned Daniel Pena as well, but just quick, maybe overall comment on him. How good is he to watch in full flight?
He's hard to stop in full flight. Because he, that final ball that he's got, he's only set up a few goals this year because we've missed so many. Or else he would be double figures with assists. Every game he's setting up one-on-ones. So we've seen it. He's whether we start him out wide on the right, but we allow him to drift inside, or whether he's starting inside, he just finds space. The way that we try and play, and then when he's facing forward, we know that we have to have forward runs. And Grimaldi took his goal really well. It was a top pass from Daniel, and Daniel's finish was excellent. And then the last goal from Nikita. I'm glad for Nikita, because Nikita, again, he was out for a long period with an injury, and whether this is his last season, I don't know, but he wants to end on a high, and scoring here tonight would be a good feeling for him.
All good. Thank you, everyone.
No questions in the back?
I want to ask as well, hey?
Yeah.
Obviously, Wanderers coming off the loss last week. Sydney's high press is very effective. Any of their tactics you take into consideration tonight for your team? Yeah,
I watched RB Leipzig and watched the coach, how they do that press, Sydney FC. Got it off with David Zulic. It's a joke, boys. We press the way we press, and I thought our press worked really well tonight. But there was nothing to do with what Sydney were doing. It was about us, and I thought we did it well.